Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Best of the best practitioners of light and love who reciprocate equally their best, their very, very best. Always. Okay. Give me a sec. Oh, yeah. Give me a sec. Back to the selenite. All right. Now, it is Positive Affirmations Monday. It came right quick for sure. I'm a little behind, but I'm right on time according to the divine. And so it is. I shall not question any further. Okay? So, there's a lot of psychic activity happening. I don't know what to think. It's exciting, but at the same time, it's like, come on, respect my space, please. My space and my privacy before I get very angry. We're going to use this. I don't think I've used this one before. I just need a little psych test here. It's the Redstone ink blot test. There's 12 ink blots. So we'll see what happens with this. Okay? Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, Angels of Light. Angels of Light and Love, welcome. Welcome. You have reserved seating, as always. Star families of like ancestors. Yeah, all my ancestors will do that because they just do such a great job. Because we want to get like a grasp of all points of views, you know, like kind of just like judgment free. Everybody comes like just different walks of life. There's wisdom to share, okay? And so now they see above it, or you know, beneath the surface. And who else shall we invite? The elementals of love and light. That's where I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Oh yeah, ascended masters of the like. Duh. All right, so let's go with this ink blot test because there's stuff going on, and it's hard to tap out of certain things. I have not been to the gym in over a week. Just like a little bit over a week, but still. Yeah, gotta do it because I'm fiending for a brownie chocolate chip cookie. Not the halfies, the whole. Yeah. I'm determined to have it. Like, I can feel it. So, I have to go to the gym. I have to do something about this. All right. But yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on, and it just feels like even when I'm alone, I can feel energy. That one. Okay. All right. So, time for you to review, okay? My turn. By the way, this is card number 11. I don't know. That's crazy. No. Hold on a second. I don't know what to think of it. Alright, so card number 11. Okay, an animal of any sort, including Iggle Piggle from the Night Garden. I don't know what that is. A duck with human feet. A weasel wearing a fur coat, etc. Okay, so those are examples, you know. It could also be a souvenir, a gift-wrapped bottle, a model of the Eiffel Tower. On the bottom half of the image, 2 pretzels. I don't see that. Okay. Could be a bear with its head thrown back, looking up at the moon. I don't see that. I don't see that. Okay. A mechanical device, pliers, a device for stretching the fingers of a pair of gloves. Okay, I could see that, but that's not what I caught. A whippet, wolf, or an owl. I didn't get that. Frick. Okay. Okay, let me just get it out of the way. Okay. I see Devil D. It's right there. I mean, like, if you look at the cross section, like from the top down, like this, remove the spine, and you're just looking at like the X-ray of a dude with an erection. That's basically kind of like that. I mean, like, I'm no medical practitioner, really, formally, but that's what it looks like, you know, the straight up symbology, like, with that. And then when you turn it to like this, obviously there's the devil here. You can see that. I mean, the skeletal version, if you just look at right there, that's up close, you know. What they have in rituals, like the skull to depict the devil. Yeah, beast. And then but then there's also like what do you call it? A seahorse, you know, head, you know, like face up close. That's what it looks like to me. Third eye open, even on the devil and or the seahorse. Yeah. You know, at the beach, I found, like, it looks like, where did I put it? I think it's in some bag anyway. Like, randomly, in, like, a bunch of rocks, like, the beach is strewn out with rocks. But, like, randomly, I found, like, a spine, vertebrae. And I don't know what it's to or from, but it creeped, you know, the X circle of friends out. But it was definitely, like, a good size vertebrae. And, I think there was a hole inside of it. So I don't know if that's, like, this, where this, I don't know. There's something that goes there. But that's what I'm seeing here. You know, if you're looking at the cross section down. So that's very much like the sacral chakra, you know, like the pinpoint area. And usually the, like a dot with a circle surrounding it is a depiction of the sun, the symbology. So there's something about that here. within the sacral chakra. It's very much magnified here. The implication of connectivity and a growth spurt. But okay. So when we're looking at the seahorse like procreates on its own. So we're looking at that polarity as well. They're fine just as they are. They can get along just fine. There's no drama. No potentiality for drama. Like, and they got their stuff figured out. They've adapted. So, there's that. But inside there's like devil mind. I don't know why. Yeah. But we also see like the what do you call it? Because like, do you see that? It's like devil and then the horns right there, you know? When they have rituals. But there's also Zero, the dog in Nightmare Before Christmas. You see that? You see how, like, if you really focus on that nose, very much so. A ghostly pup. Interesting. So we see, like, friendly, reliable, but very, very, very strong energy. That can work on the verge of, you know, like, within darkness. But it's like a different kind, you know, like the shadow work type of kind, the things that are very much a part of life. But seahorses keep the balance. Is there anything else that we see in here? Okay. I feel like I have to pull some tarot cards. I'm going to do that for the energy. But that's what I'm seeing here. I don't know what else to tell you. So you see man and man's best friend. Oh my gosh. This is like saying that the sacral chakra is very much activated, like Kundalini type, right? But they mean well, but they also don't, in a way, like not in a bad way, just like in a bad way. I don't. Yeah, but it's also because of that. It's showing overall strength. Within the dynamism that's organic and unfolding within its truth, rather than the forceful, like volatility of like real harmful devil energy. So the way I'm seeing that here is because I keep being drawn to like a flex right here, like arms flexing, but this is a devil card in reverse, basically right there. So it's overcoming what really hurts us without compromising the reality and the goodness of life. You know, it's enjoyable atmospheres that are still within reason, rather than reasonable doubt, is what I'm hearing. That's interesting. Okay, so there's that. Okay, positive affirmations Monday in effect. 11 is okay. So we have master number 11 here. I forget what that stands for. I don't get it frequently, but I've been receiving that messaging quite a bit because I don't always say like, oh, justice, oh, master number 11. But for this particular one, yeah. So justice is also interchangeable, as you know, with the strength card. Interesting. I'm hearing somebody would do us justice. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're using the vice versa tarot. Okay. Clarifying energy card, spirit. Jesus Christ, be with me now. What is the clarifier card here? Let's be 100% real. Okay. They wanted to give us these three, I guess. So the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands face forward there. Okay. Master number 99. See, it's like all the way up, 11 to 99 when it comes to like the Ascended Master energy. Holy like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, I'm not even planning this stuff out like I'm saying it, but I'm telling you what, like, it's 11 and then 99. You have the minimum and the maximum when it comes to master numbers, and the fact that it's like on the rise and it's all the way up. What is going on? I feel like some people like are messing with me just to like keep things lighthearted. I don't know, but they see that we have our guard up when it comes to like what's lurking beyond the cave. What the fuck? Sorry. No, but yeah, like our darkness, like we're what do you call it? We're standing guard, like protecting it, gatekeeping almost. And I don't know. It's either this person is big or this like giant has shrunken, but there's like a the size is, I don't know, it's like kind of balancing out between the two. So it's showing up to a meetup. Oh. Independence. Hope. Oh gosh, we have the full moon there. Again, we have the full moon in, what is it? Is it Sagittarius? I forget. Sorry, I tried to look it up. I couldn't because an alarm went off and it froze everything up. So I'm lucky to get back on here to finish this. So, or continue on. So full moon energy, I forget which one it is, but I think it's June 3rd or 6th, something like that. It was just yesterday, I forgot. But someone is, oh my gosh, there's communication. What the frick? Okay. So there's a lot of like love vibes there, okay? But they don't want to make themselves 100% known. It's kind of like saving face, but they want you to know. Okay? That's what's happening. Vibes are felt. People are representing. You're guided. But yeah, so there's like, it's safe is what I'm hearing, because even though they're saving face, like because we're behind them, it's like we don't have to be as obvious. Okay, it's already felt, it's already known. We got the full moon energy here, we got the crab over here, there's an activation point over here with the Nine of Pentacles. Independently speaking, we're working our own lives, doing like tending to what we have to, what's due and what's enjoyable, whatever. Like there's a balance here within, to allow for this manifestation to unfold, because it's not directed just like in a singular fashion within, like there has to be balance achieved. Otherwise it's like it's showing a certain type of devil obsessive type of energy, and that goes against the laws of balance. So within the supreme power that we hold, and so this is also supermoon energy, but this is the first time that I noticed this here. So in doing that, and fixating on our own lives as well, we're able to allow, it's like untying shoelaces almost without knots. It's easy peasy. But like in this tower, there's a man like releasing an eagle, and we have this girl, this lady, releasing a dove. So there's communications within that, within their separate but separate realms, but they piece into the bigger picture. Like this is like a puzzle, right? And both birds are what do you call it, spotlighted by the moon. Very interesting. So she's on path, he's in the tower. The tower is not destroyed, but rather works as a lighthouse, is what I'm hearing here. But being like they're in the backs, right? Okay, so this is, it's safe. We're safe with this. Yeah, because like they're independently, like she's on path right here. He's on path also, like in transit. And they're in this like concrete jungle, because there's it's something about that, something urban about this, but also very grounded. There's like two realms that are interlaced, layered. Yeah, tying up of shoelaces. So it's basically learning how to tie your shoes, like getting ready to go somewhere to make traction. Yeah. And so both of them have their left arm up. One has a bird, one, or like a dove. The other has a cup. So it's receptive mode within the feels, the vibes, the messaging. Like maximized. Master number 99. Yeah, so the last part of that, there's like there's a coming and going, but there's no fleeing, chasing, or anything like of that dynamic. It's intervals of frequency that are just kind of like wavering, but also unwavering. Do you know? Yeah. It's like, it's just in movement, like the figure 8. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. It's like the frequency. Instead of like rigid, like a Richter scale, it's like that. So they're showing up face to face. Yeah, it's not getting stood up. She has her shoes off, and he has like the boots on. So I think there's some concern here. You know, like, because these boots are made for walking. One of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you. So that's why she's so guarded right there. Because he's seen some injury as well. Something. But there's almost like a welcoming and invite, but not absolute. Because even his hands are gloved. In both, his hands are kind of covered. So there's something that he's hiding that's very obvious to his power, to his capability, to even, let alone his touch. Even his head is like somewhat masked, whereas hers is very open. The crown chakra is very open and stable, and that's what I'm getting here. And you can't see your feet here, but you would presume that because, yeah, you would presume that here. Yeah, but there's a huge area of concern there because all of the obvious factors that should be like baseline checklisted are not hitting the mark. So there's a huge area of concern, irregardless of the high degree of dynamism, communications, like that doesn't validate an oversight of these main things that should be looked at. So, then I wonder why it would be safe then. I think to each other, I don't know, something about being, okay, safe. Because at least in this picture, like she's showing, like she's showing her face, whereas in all, like the guy is not, you know. In these, so if I turn the cards around, let me check here. Then the ratio is, is opposite, is opposite if not equal, because this implication here is that, because there's that's where the showing is right there. So the implication is that, like, I can either turn my back or I can face this after being shown at least the face. Because once that primary mask is off, then there can be I'm hearing confidentiality reports. Like there's something about we can address the other things after that primary is addressed. Is shown. Yeah. Yeah. There's something very guarded about them, which triggers me to, you know, like be guarded as well, like within my own, be more independent rather than like all in on this. There's something about it because like I'm at a portal, like we're at a portal as a formal gatekeeper. And although there's like a huge amount of like affections here, like an outpour, that's even more triggering because it's like I will not be distracted. Okay, I will see you within not just your darkness, but like your barren lands. Yeah. Within the bleak. Yeah. So, this portal is to absolute manifestation. like drawing in the maximum energies of the moon and other relative moons. Yeah. So, there's that. Yeah, because another portal here, within darkness. So, and that's to escape, like, also find relief from all of the heat here. So, yeah. There's that. Okay, so, dude, this was supposed to be a positive affirmations. Ugh. Okay. So, I, feel very lucky to be able to read certain energies, the newness of them, because I used to be like, I used to question the readings, like the messaging of them when I first started, because I had no real baseline of like where to start, or what things truly meant, because there's multiple messages that can be conveyed. But once you come into practice, it's not just like energy reading of the actual cards they apply to current ongoing. So it's just paying attention, given certain several examples. Okay, so we'll get with we'll start with positive affirmations 1. It's 10:44 p.m. Okay, first positive affirmation, Spirit. Okay, that one. It's 2 of Pentacles. Okay. His tights remind me of Broby, and I don't remember his particular character in Yo Gabba Gabba, but I think he has like this like free spirit that is very much like the inner child, like in touch with their senses, but also very sensitive to, I feel like, criticism, but like just highly emotional, therefore intuitive. So they pick up on certain cues that are that they kind of internalize, and that's why they come off as emotional, like highs and lows. Yeah. Okay. So, given all of that input, we can say that we're very lucky to receive so much input, so many data points, to be able to further comprehend what it means to create balance without touching something. Understand how to mediate with the intangibles. We have achieved mastery on a certain level that takes us to a new dimension, where the things that we're working on are taken to a higher dimensional plane, which means that like they're present, but we don't necessarily have to be physically tactile unless we want to. Oh my god, there's like so many messages. Okay, so you see a ship is coming in here. So because of this like independence that we have within gaining traction of our lives, we're able to haul in ships. We're able to draw upon that energy that compels, that magnetizes almost a massive ship to come in. So it's almost also playing like hopscotch, and it's inverse to drawing, like coloring outside the lines. It's in hopscotch, you're not supposed to like step on or touch the lines, but here we are doing that. So it's kind of like rebel energy, but it's like you're playing the game with a different set of rules, and you're hitting the mark still because of the delivery, like the exercise of power within the practice. So we're not like just going by like, oh, well, they didn't do this, or they like, this is very purposeful. Like, this is at the crossroads, stepping right in the middle of it. So it's not saying like, oh, I accidentally touched, a line or whatever. Like, or but it's not blatantly, crossing the line. It's like stepping right on it. That's funny. It's see, you see that? That's so funny. Yeah. It's like, which square am I supposed to step in? What is it? That is funny. Holy smokes. Yeah. Okay. So that's our first positive affirmation. Oh, like, and we're drawing in a crowd, for the higher ups. Yeah, definitely. So there's a total of 5 others that are seen up top in the balconies. So this is like kind of our kin energy, our crew, because we're the 6th one here, which is like kind of like 6 of Wands is victorious, but it's also 6 of Cups, inferring 6 of Cups, like 6 grails, excuse me. And so 6 of Cups is like kinship energy. This is our crew, but they're also like kind of within league as well. So they're spectating on our display. This is funny. And he has a cap on, so it's kind of like, it's safe. Like the crown chakra is also intact. Like respected, protected. Yeah. I mean, that's a gesture here. Like in practice. Okay. Interesting. So that is positive affirmations number 1, and it's 10:49 p.m., 5 minutes in. Positive affirmations number 2, Spirit. What do you want to convey for positive affirmations number 2? 4 of Pentacles. Back turned. Okay. So again, this is very, very, very safe and stable energy. I would say, like, written with authority, it's the ability to stabilize. You see 4 of Wands indicated right here. What is this? But there's also a sense of competition. So because those are towers actually, and then this one is within his own. So it's more like 5 of Wands here, which means like there's conflict, not conflict of interest in here, because they're all kind of like the same here, same standing, and within this equal proximity of intervals. So there's like there's something about like being protective and not guarded here, but protective and guarding within what's behind him, which is us. And so there's another fly. I'm gonna get you. Okay. Yeah, so there's like, it's a barren desert out there. So there's a recognition of people, like the community being parched. So furthermore, to guard your assets, that which you care for. So there's a sense of obligation, but also authority within, what do you call it? Accountability. yeah, it's I mean, it's part of it is like obligated ownership, but it's also protecting what's precious to you. Yeah, like at this portal, which all is seen, it's from on the outskirts, on the horizon. It's also like, what are we gonna say about that? I don't know. It's yeah, that's what it's. Okay, so positive affirmations too is and they're like a fellow magician, but they're all about growth mindset and healing. Very cosmic within its accessibility points within, our star family. So they do receive the blessings and communications of otherworldliness. Yeah, there's a sense of otherworldliness here, and they're very well respected. So we are very blessed to be within, like, under their wing, but like also with a sense of freedom where we're not like being like squeezed like into like this box, This is very good. So we're very blessed to live within those set conditions that are also that also have the luxury of flexibility and expansion. Given the way that this is executed, the way this is like delivered within its messaging. The sword of the person is down, just laying flat on the floor. So there's a sense of power, but it's also a non-threat to us. Yeah. So this is mastery of the elements, that no one who, like, that's a primary. Like, if you're going to interface with this individual, you must have mastery of and discipline within all elements. Yeah, because that's a standard. That's the bar that this person sets. Interesting. So there's interchangeable, like, mirroring as well, because this looks like a mirror too. Like a window that is a mirror on the other side. That's the same thing, kind of like that. So there's interchangeable associated energies. So we could be very well the person sitting here is, that's the way energy works. All right. We also have Archangel Michael here, and Archangel Raphael, as well as Archangel Uriel represented within these cards, these two. Thanks so very much. All right, so positive affirmations number 3 is 1055. Positive affirmations Monday. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands and the Tower moment in reverse. Okay. Somebody made a firm decision in following their passions, their lead. Part of it is very like and again, we have master number 11 here because of the imagery. But it's following one's true fire, true desire. Definitely. Because you see this, it's like drawing down the power and hitting it. This is definitely like, this is a very conscious, firm decision that has been made, drawing in the energies of one's own power to, in its absolute form, to strike down what needs to be struck down. These forces in which, like, that depicted these elements in our lives that have depicted instability, insatiability, that just contributed to our downfall. we're striking that out. Like, it's just like, no. We're doing that with absolute force. And that's absolute willpower. So this is not just passion, like lust, or this is very much a conscious, I don't want to say strategic, but it's a very wise decision where we have put some extra added thought into the process, and even simplifying it to its bare bones approach. It just makes sense across the board. So again, across the board, that's what we're doing. Yeah. I mean, some things are in flames, some things are on fire, but this is also the implication of, you know, like burning bridges. We're burning out we're burning bridges here. Those connections are like no more. They don't serve us well. We need to do some cleanup, and being able, like, once you make a decision, like a firm, like chief decision, to follow through with that mastery, you're not gonna like have weak legs. You're not gonna give on, like, you're not gonna compromise your efforts, like the success rate of it. So it's not just about playing it safe, it's just making sense out of it. And so if you allow for these bridges to still be available to you, even if the proximity is like far removed, it's still like a security blanket that's like locked away in a safe. You know what I mean? Like, it's you have to find that personal willpower within the intangibles here, right? So, like, when you do that, you make your chief decisions. The Tower card in reverse is about the cleanup and all of the things like that transpire during the follow through of rebuilding, you know, of even devising plans, or planning plans, devising a new blueprint that works well with our vision, with our potential, to entertain that instead, to give light to that, and further investment in that. So within that, if you allow these to be available at any given time, within, like, especially during our weak points, or like, you know, our low points, those can be reactivated. Like, you're running the risk of, like, allowing for that cycle not to end. And it looks like there's at least a couple of cycles here and what's visible, like very prominent. So we're burning bridges here. Absolute willpower. This is having a lust for life. Yeah, Iggy Pop. Yeah, so this is essentially saying that we have a lust for life, which contributes to the greatest good. Like, this is seeing things in the underworld, in the underground, like things that are not spoken of but transpire to its like fullest degree. So the all-seeing eye, even turned this way or that, going through spirals or whatever, the abyss of like the black hole, it's still very receptive to allow for our growth potential, our ability to unfold, things that are meant to transpire. Okay. Because there's a lot of muscle and a lot of muscle memory within this arm and forearm. So some of you might play tennis or something that is builds upon that the forearm area. That's funny. But but this is also speaking within reality. Like, even if you're solo and you're taking care of yourself, it's like, it's exhibiting that willpower that like nothing else at this time is satiating like the goods for the highest good. You know what I mean? So, but this is also telling me within the green and the growth here that this is very ancestral. Like the life form within our ancestry and our past lives depict like that it's about that muscle memory. So this is this vigor that we have, this will that we have in ourselves that is supreme, was very much exercised in previous lifetimes. Mm-hmm. So it's this activation point within practice. Yeah, 100%. So this positive affirmations is that not only do we have the willpower, but we are in practice to the point of self-activation within our, what is that? It's not just being justified, like righteous. This is correctly, Spirit is saying, taking justice into our own hands. Yeah, for real. Yuppity yup, 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 yup. What song was that I was getting here? I totally forgot now. I forgot. It's okay. So on the other side of it, we see the red phoenix energy within the, like, there's like destruction, like a bomb just went off. I don't know. Yeah, a bomb went off, and there's debris in the air. So it's like being in the thick of it, but without losing the light. And this is absolutely victorious. I don't know why that feels more victorious than this, but I think it's because the palm is facing us. And this is more passive, and this is more direct. Yeah. Maybe it's like, yeah. The receptivity, also the divining, like this is the left hand, right? So, it's holding a torch up. So, whereas this is like the right hand. So this is the left hand divining down that power. Yeah, within that context. The receptivity of that, yeah. Drawing in the phoenix energy. And then the tower moment, you see that skull at the top? It's the breaking point of like ancestral traumas. And also the mask. You see that? That's interesting. Drawing in from the first, the trio. So it may look like the tower is still standing, like on the other side when things happen, but it's been like fully imploded on the other side. So things are not what they appear to be. Oh, okay. Because we struck it like at the head, like bullet in the head. What is that? Is that Rage Against the Machine? Oh, for real. This is macrocosmic too. That's what it's saying right there. It's like one-click headshot. So it's what? Yeah. There's something else about that. Oh, it's like Hydra. Like it's done. It's gone with. You're not cutting like off the head and like to appear in its place or whatever. It's like straight up, like it's done with. Yeah. Okay. And so we have chariot energy here. It's like being parked. Okay. And taking care of business. So again, when you look at that, it's very much like that energy here. You see it? You know, it's very close to that. Interesting. Okay. So this is going somewhere without going places. Does that make sense? It's it's making traction with what's in front of us, like what's without moving from place to place. So some of you might be like military brats, so like accustomed to moving from place to place in order to satiate your desires. This could also mean from relationship to relationship, but this is also very much like within the homestead. Is that right? That's what I'm called to say. Yeah. So there's a lot of movement here, taking care of what's right here. Even if it's impairs some, but like this is like talking about like Bluetooth, where you're pairing, like the pairing of technologies in order to allow them to speak to one another and communicate so that you can be receptive to that. So it's like unpairing that. I don't know. That's the way I'm supposed to say it. Okay. So, yeah, definitely that. So whether you look at it this way or that way, it has many meanings there. I like it. Okay. So we're going to get the bottom of the deck because this is like running long. Page. Is it page? Give me a second. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. I mean, like not in reverse, back turn. And then the top of the deck is the Page of Wands, back turn. Oh my gosh, it's the Phoenix. Holy smokes. Shit, that's crazy. And then I'm called to open up to the deck and look at the left side, okay? Gosh, my tummy. It's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That means it's harvesting time. Reaping of rewards, let me tell you. Reaping of rewards. And the back turn. So we're safe. We're safe to collect. We're safe to cash in on this. So looking at this, surrounded by two pages. It's reading between the lines, but also between the... Oh my gosh, my tummy. What? Somebody is not happy. Because that does not even hurt. And I don't even, like, dude, somebody is very disgruntled about this. That's crazy. Okay, so between the lines, we're talking about between the pages, the transition point between here to there. So when we're looking at the page turner, we're obviously looking like two sides of the same coin. Freaking crazy. So very much like energy here, because when we're turning the page, we're not like looking at the front and then looking at the next front. We're looking at the other side of it. I mean, it's like reading a book. But between that, it's the page turner, the motivation point of moving on to the next. So it's like, what's the stopping point? But without engaging in answering that question, it's more of like, what's the moving point? Oh, there's a lot of feels here for reals. And 3 backs turned is not like offensive energy, especially within this, because the pages are like the interns, like ongoing learning. This is these are the students. They depict a youthful spirit, whether that be age or by the internal mode of command. Yeah, so much life. So much left. So much to salvage. So much ahead of us. Do you know how beautiful that is? This is absolutely safe. Especially, dude, like, who gonna see a phoenix? A page? That's insane. So pages don't have to be like 100% at the starting point. It's like, it's not an insult to get that. Okay. Yeah, so we see a good balance here, because we see that coming from burning bush here. So that's like, biblical kind of referencing here. But we have the fire, but we also have the water. So so there's almost like a boiling point, because we've got fire and then we've got water and then the cashing in. So there's something about like the pot over simmering, like it's like over, like there's something here about alchemy, remember we talked about like Bunsen burners? It's very much there. Oh, and looking at this is like, these are bulbs growing into like this like truncated, no. There's something about the contribution of like what we've done that is allowing for like a truncated, like meaning it's not depicting one each. It's like, it's truncated is like, it's a different form. Like visually speaking, it's like condensed, like minimized into not minimized, but like, yeah, condensed into like this one form, like a tree form structure. So this is a network that works together in order for something to happen, to come to fruition, that is very deep. Yeah. Because the ground here is very like dense. Hard to push through. Yeah, most definitely. Because if you see this, oh my gosh, see that root structure like coming through. Right here, also very much driving into that phoenix energy. Just like that's about the collective. That's about our crew. And like having, so that's a page turner here. Okay, so we have the page, and this is the middle ground here. That that's our MO. That's our, yeah, it's the driving force that like excites us further beyond like this solitary confinement of our experience here. That we know that we're a part of something much, much greater. Untapped potential, like beneath the surface, the water, the well, as well as above the surface where it appears to be barren, in gaining that phoenix energy. So this is very deep in its motionings. Yeah. Again, we see our star families indicated here, as well as in the initial like trio. Okay, so what do we want to say for this final affirmation, positive affirmation? I don't know. I mean, like, dude, this is not just having the feels. This is being in it together. We're collectively writing this story that is a timeless piece. It's collective, and its energy is not just basing down from the earthly realm, but also it's intergalactic. Do you see? It's being able to connect the dots from that which is seen to the unseen. Yeah. To bridge to the unknown. Because that's ongoing. The unknown is ongoing. So not to feel stifled, pressured, worried, or stressed that we don't know all of it. Like we don't that the answers are not always that they're available at the time that they are needed. So there's a slow and steady process here, but also very ancient, indicating a long lifespan. So yeah, there's definitely a long way to go here. This is good because in all three cards they're indicating someone wearing boots. So not everything appears to be like, not everything is what it appears to be. So the initial talk of like the boots, is that appear to be a red flag isn't 100% the case, because here, when you turn around, everyone's hands are shown as well as faces. You see? So, interesting. So the boots are an indication of not a sense of groundedness, but rather the opposite, because the journeying is constant. It's so there's so much traveled that the terrain, you have to prepare for all types of terrain. So the boots isn't like depicting somewhat of an escapist or someone that is not grounded, but someone who is ready to make traction, who's all in regardless of what cards play out, whether it's going to be easy walking or mountainous regions or barren desert. They will be prepared. They shall be prepared. Lovely. Okay, give me a second now. Okay, so now it's Bananagrams time. It's so interesting. Like, these Monday motivations is what I'm hearing. Positive affirmations Mondays have become like more of an explanation, like story based as well, which is great, because like it's not cookie cutter, you know what I mean? Like it's all relative to like what we're going through now. So excellent. Okay. There we go. What do we want? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so what fell there was A. So coming into our A game, also being a scribe, letting things be shown and known, and taken for what they are, because this is focused intentions that are that these are like PDAs, like the things that you desire, you allow for it to come into fruition, regardless of who's looking, who's watching, who's monitoring. And this is life within its making. Yeah. It's like sharpening the pencil, you know, like sharpening the sword, but like that. Oh, that's real. I like that. Okay, Ahi. So that's again pointing towards this Page of Cups, with the fish, the Pisces, there. TERUAGPLLOFRXRIGII. Okay. I see hair, like, hair, as well as the rabbit. Grates. Oh, we're working with the grates. Do I see heather here? No. I see leather. Some of us should be working with just leather has its own magic, like its own properties too. But yeah, that's definitely rage, fire, do I see plethora? I see plethora, like huge range of possibilities. Gates. I'm going to put grates, and I'm going to put plethora. So we're on like this wonderful timeline. I can tell you that, because if we have grates here as well as plethora, dude, people are patterning out their lives like beautifully. A good ratio of us. P-L-E-T-H-O-R-A. Yeah, so we have enough here. Okay. We have Thor, obviously. Tori, Terry. I see Reese, Leah, Leia, Alina. There's so many names here. Do I see Aurora? I think I'm supposed to divine a song from her. Oh, is it Warriors? That's what's coming to mind. But I know she has so many other songs. But a very beautiful song. Okay, so Luna. Also, do I have N? No, I don't have N. So it's not Luna. Paul. Paula. Lisa. Rifle? Huh. Okay. Alan. Alex. Alexa. Alexia. Lexi. Alexis. Do we see anything else here? Girl. Fargo. So first, we keep getting Fargo here. Frail. Fragile. Huh. So we do need to take care with something, you know? Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, treat something with absolute care. Give me a second to allow for that room. Yeah, like fragile. That's must be Italian for an award. What is that? A Christmas Story or something like that? I don't know if I remember that correctly, but that's funny. It's an award. I think I got that all mixed up, but yeah. That's funny. Fix? Huh. Faux. F-A-U-X. So there's also a bunch of fakes too. F-A-U-X. Yeah, definitely. Fox. Fox keeps coming up, so it is a brand as well. company. Yeah. Like, broadcasting. Yeah. LAX. Some people are, there's a lot of transits. Well, obviously in LAX, but there's something about more than usual. Somebody's name is Pax as well. Pax. Let me see here. Could be RX. Well, we have a bunch of vowels here left, so agua, so just water again. Pau, Pau, Pau Gasol. I think that's how you spell his name. Rui. I haven't seen his name in a while. And Ari. Ari has been showing up consistently. AFI, something to divine from there. Channel a song. I don't know their music as well, but I'm supposed to. Grab something from there. Okay, so I'm seeing a few things here, so give me a second. So it's manifesting that dotted line as far as pausing before we actually set something in stone. That extra, like, just a second, allowing for that, knowing that we can do that. We don't have to make changes hastily, that our most important decisions will require that discipline from us, not to just like immediately hastily make decisions. Like, but it's also, there's something else here too. Give me a second. No, I'm supposed to do it like that. So it's scribing how we're going to cut things out of our life, okay? So it's not just like the pros and cons list, but it's that dotted line is scribing like the perforated line, like cut here. That's what it's showing here. But some of you also, there might be like a dual rainbow, like a double rainbow, so certain rarities of beautiful experiences that we have not, like it's just a rarity, like once in a blue moon, but in broad daylight. And there also could be like happy eyes, or eyes closed shut, like kind of ignorant. But here, initially, the first message that I got was some of us are breaking like habits, like they're not just habits, they're vices, certain vices that are not good for even